Question from exercise 98, page 224. Asks you to solve this triangle. We're not going to worry about finding the area. So the first thing I would do is to draw it. It doesn't matter what the triangle looks like. We're only just putting the information on. So let's just make ourselves a triangle. They're using the symbols A, B, C by the looks of it. So let's label it up A, B, C. So therefore that's side A, that's side B, and that's side C. I'd always recommend that you draw these things. So now what do we know? We know that angle A is 29, so that's 29 degrees. We know angle B is 68, so that's 68 degrees. And I know side B is 27 millimeters. And we've got to find the missing sides and angles. So in other words, we need to know side A, side C, and angle C. Plan. What's the first thing to do? Right, good. One, find angle C. That's easy to do. Once we found angle C, what does that then allow us to do? Right. Once we found angle C, we can use the sine rule to find side C. And then, in fact, we can find side A. In fact, we could have found side A as well if we wanted to, couldn't we? Because we know a ratio. So we could have found side A first, but find side A. So that might be my plan of attack. That's what I'm going to do. It's worth looking at it, planning your approach, and then even writing it down, and then go through the plan. So that's how we do it, and it's very similar to one we did before the break. So I won't go any further than that with this question. Okay? You can finish that off and see if you can get the answer in the text. By the way, there's an error. A is 14.1 millimeters, not 14.4, as it says in the book. Let's just have a look at a second at the second question. So if you look at question 2 in here, and I'll put that back up again if you want to write it up. If you look at question 2, note this. 71 degrees 26 minutes as an angle. Your calculator has got the ability to write in an angle in degrees and minutes. Minutes and seconds. So you've got a button in your calculator that's got degrees on it, and then a little comma that represents minutes, and then a double comma represents seconds. I think it's on the left, second row up, something like that. Minutes. If you've not seen these before, and seconds, parts of a degree. And just like time, there's 60 minutes in a degree and 60 seconds in a minute. Nowadays, we often use decimals as well, so 6.3 degrees, for example, is 3/10 of a degree. That's not the same as minutes. If I want to convert minutes to degrees, I've got to divide by 60. So to convert minutes, which is generally what we do, we don't often bother with the seconds, to degrees, divide by 60, because there's 60 minutes in a degree, and that will give it to you as a decimal fraction. Okay? But the calculator button allows you to put it in directly. So if I want to put in, for example, 71 degrees 26 minutes, this one here, I type into my calculator 71 degrees, and so I'd hit that button, this degrees, minutes, seconds button, the degrees, minutes, seconds button, and then I would put in the 26 minutes, and then I'd hit the button again. So then the calculator knows you put in 71 degrees 26 minutes. And if you had seconds as well, you'd put in that number and then hit it yet again to get the seconds. Okay? So if I want to find the sine of this angle, for example, I'd write sine 71 626. Okay? You'll need to be able to do that to have a look at some of these questions, because they'll give you parts of degrees. Okay, I want to leave you now for a chunk of time to have a go at some of these. If we all get stuck on one, then we'll stop and have a look at it together. Okay?